Alright, YouTube, what's going on? It's a lovely afternoon after a day of rain. We are en route to a customer's house right now. 2003 Avalanche, got a check engine light. We're gonna see what's going on. He said that he took it by a place and had a P0140 code, which is O2 sensor. So we'll check this out here in just a minute. Alright, so we are now here with the customer. Like I said, just a little bit of a recap. We are looking at a 2003 Chevrolet Avalanche Z71 with a prospected P0141 or 140 code. We're going to check and verify. So we are looking at let's see, I'm gonna come down to 2003. Okay, so powertrain, it's going to powertrain. This is going to be one without throttle cable, so it's all going to be electronic, drive-by-wire, electronic throttle body, or throttle valve as they like to say now. Okay, so this is code P0141. So we are corrected. What this says here, you may not be able to get a good view of it. However, that is the O2 heater circuit bank 1 sensor 2. So that is going to be your downstream sensor, meaning that on vehicles like this, there are 4 O2 sensors. There's going to be one near the engine on the left side and right side on the exhaust pipes, and there's also going to be one after the catalytic converters, which this vehicle is going to be equipped with 2, one on the left side and also on the right side. So to be able to replace these, the downstream one is going to be underneath the vehicle. That is going to be this guy right there. Okay, so this is going to be at the rear of the exhaust where the coupling is, and a little bit down there, that is your muffler. So do not mistake that for a catalytic converter. That is a muffler. Your catalytic converter is going to be right here and right here. So this is your downstream system, okay? And that is the guy right here that seems to be at fault for the check engine light. So we're going to get this taken out and removed, and we're going to do a diagnostic test run on it and see if this is fixing the issue. Okay, so I'm gonna have the camera turned where you guys might be able to observe some of this repair a little bit. I'm also going to be walking through how to get this plug disconnected and stuff like that, because especially on older vehicles, the plugs are going to be a little sensitive, so you definitely want to take care not to break them. That could be upwards of absolute harness replacement, and definitely don't want that kind of thing. Okay, so that is going to be your plug, and it is going to be secured by a plastic tab, push tab that locks it to the body of the truck. If you can get it undone, you might have to work it back and forth, working it around until you get it pulled out. Sometimes they come out fairly easy, other times they don't. And this one seems to be being just a little bit of a pain. It's not really that big of a deal. We can get it out. There it goes. Okay, so now, if you look here, you can see that there is a blue plastic tab there. You need to be very gentle, and that plastic tab is going to need to come out to be able to unhook the connector. Alright, so want to just try to work with it, be gentle, don't force anything. It will eventually loosen up enough and work its way out, just like that. Okay, so try not to break that tab, because what that does is it locks this latch in place, so it can't come undone going down the road and give you a false problem. So then what you'll do is you'll pull this tab back like so, and just kind of gently work it back and forth until it comes loose. Now your O2 sensor is unplugged. Make sure that you always unplug the connector first before you try to undo the O2 sensor itself. The reason being is because if there is nothing wrong with the sensor and you're just doing other work like dropping the exhaust or something like that, you will damage and tear the wiring if you try to take the sensor out of the exhaust first. So that you definitely don't want to have to do that. In this particular application, you have a special socket here that you will use. It has a channeled slot. What that does is it goes up over the O2 sensor, so you can still break it loose without damaging any of the wiring. You'll put it up on here just like that, and it allows you to break it loose and take it out without damaging anything. Okay, so just that one socket, you can find that at the auto parts store for fairly cheap. It's not all that expensive. If you buy them in kits, they are more expensive. But in a lot of cases, you can find them fairly cheap. Okay, now note it is an exhaust sensor, so age and everything does play a factor in the heating and cooling cycles, so it can at times be very difficult to get out. There's also a different type of socket that you can use that is very similar. This is a Shortwell offset drive type. Allows you to get closer in to be able to essentially work with it at a closer angle if the long socket is going to give you an issue with being able to break it loose without slipping. Okay, now, just like that, it's broken loose. Sometimes you will have to put a little bit of force to it, but as long as you have the right socket for what you're needing to do, it's not an issue. About the most that you may receive out of it, if you're not familiar with how to do it, is maybe a couple of busted knuckles. But if you're going to get into being a mechanic, that comes with the territory, and just be prepared for that kind of stuff because it happens often. And just like that, there is your old O2 sensor. As you can see, it is kind of dirty. It's sooted. Definitely looks like it's got some miles on it. And here, fresh new, and then in the plastic is your new O2 sensor. And this guy right here, just untwist all of this stuff, kind of make a quick inspection of it. Everything looks good. Wiring, the plug looks good. Take this cap off right here. If you'll notice, there is anti-seize on the threads of this, and that allows you to be able to more easily take it back out at a future date if you have to. Note, if you do have to take your O2 sensors out for any reason and you have to put them back, reapply the anti-seize, because if you don't, you may get a few hundred miles down the road, end up having to take it back out for some reason, and it be stuck in the exhaust pipe, and you cause damage trying to get it out. So we definitely do not want to have to deal with that. Okay, and reassembly is just the exact opposite of the takedown. So slide this guy back up over there, get it set, turn your ratchet to the on position, and just kind of, you don't have to crank down on it or anything, just get a good snug on it, just enough for the crush washer to seal, and that's pretty much that. And all you have to do is, again, just in reverse of what you did to unplug it, just plug the sensor back in, make sure it's good and locked in, the tab is locked and everything else like that. Slide your locking pin back into the tab. You will want to take this guy right here, that guy right there, back off of the old sensor and put it on the new sensor, so that way you can secure the plug in its proper location. So that way there's no possibility of it coming down, getting on the exhaust, getting melted, or anything like that. So it keeps everything good, secure, and out of the way in its original locations. And that's pretty much how you do one of these O2 sensors. It's going to be the same for the upstream. The only dynamics there is it might be a little tougher to get to depending on setup and model. You may have to take things out of the way, but we will have one of those videos done as I come across those. Okay, so now we're plugged back in, going back into the scanner. Again, same thing. Chevy is going to be of the 2003 automatic ID. Okay, going back into powertrain without throttle cable, because again, like I said before, it is drive-by-wire system. Okay, code menu. Display codes. All powertrain codes. Alright, and then there is the code to of display. So we're going to back out. And we're going to back out one more. Clear codes. Clear codes. Continue. And let's see, it should have cleared them. Okay, continue. Alright. And as you can see, code is gone. Display codes, powertrain. As you can see, it says no codes present. Okay, so we will take it for a drive cycle and confirm that this fixed the problem. Alright, so the repair on the 2003 Avalanche was successful. O2 sensor replacement. Check engine light no longer exists. All fuel trims and everything are running right. Another happy customer.